The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Throwing Jones.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through. Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
On second down, here's Barkley.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Derek Barnes.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Goff. This is Mitchell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 22.
You see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Lions at 8-1 on the year, and they come in off a loss, which snapped that impressive 8-game winning streak.
Well, you'll never be able to get a team to admit that a loss is a good thing. It's never in any team's DNA, but sometimes it relieves a little bit of the pressure, and now they can start fresh.
Goff throwing complete for Swift, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
On first down, it's gone. It's caught. Mitchell.
He's got room at the 30, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a play fake, and it's gone.
That's another one complete to Mitchell.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
James Mitchell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their second straight victory.
But they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity. And they're playing to it and playing well.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Jones buying time to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back. You can move forward from there.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff
Steps away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 6-0 our score after 1. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Again, it's Barkley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line to then protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
Take it in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40, Khalif Raymond. He will score. Touchdown, Lions. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Goff looking to throw. That's caught. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It's hauled in by Shepard. And he will have a Giants first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's Jones throwing on first down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. To throw again on second down. Jones. That one into the hands of Shepard downfield. Touchdown, Giants! Sterling Shepard with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are once again back in front. Extra point try good by Goddard. And the lead is now 2. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. Goff going to keep it himself. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now it's Goff. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath, and he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On first down, Goff. And Shark hauls it in. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give, right side, Swift. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have yet again retaken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Out is
goes the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive.
At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And Rudolph has it left side. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Play action. It's gone. Rolling to his left.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
From the 50, it's Goff. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Here's Goff.
Coming across the formation and making the catch is Chark.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up for the 1st and goal.
Swift is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. We get a peek at Sterling Shepard as the Giants get set for their upcoming series. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Pass caught. It's Galladay on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Now Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Galladay from 17 yards out. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Gano the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Galladay. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense. Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Goff on first down. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On second down, Swift. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They've got to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
One more time with Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. His 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Lions will regain their lead in the final minute of the 3rd. Seibert on for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Goff. Being chased out left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are right back in this football game.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case.
They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Complete. This is Mitchell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the red zone now, Goff. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Goff, a handoff here to Swift.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Here's Swift.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw, and this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Jack Fox to kick off the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. I think a free play now for Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the one.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
On the keeper, here's Goff. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jared Goff scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Lions are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good.
And the lead is now 24. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Giants going to take over again on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Jones on first down.
With pass complete on the crossing route, this is Tony with it.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Man, this is ridiculous, man.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A higher scoring game.